Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Aidi Hafizin and today we're going to discuss about fossil fuel use should be reduced and be replaced by green energy. Human civilization after an industrial revolution is very dependent on energy and electricity. We are all living comfortably now, rely on electricity produced by fossil fuel without noticing we were activated a time bomb that now counting the time. When the time has come, the last coal was burned and our world will be in the dark forever if we do nothing. No electricity, fresh water cannot be pumped, the production of daily necessities from factories stopped, starving everywhere, world war, for the rest energy source and chaos. Did you know most of country utilize coal and natural gas to generate electricity that we use every day? We use an oil or petroleum to move the vehicle every day. The using of this fossil fuel every day makes us to pay the cost. We are not pay the cost using any cash or currency, but we pay by sacrifice our earth. According to Rebecca Lin in his article in the Climate.gov, global average atmospheric carbon dioxide was 419.3 parts per million in 2023 and it was break a new record high. That amount of carbon dioxide released every year can cause a disaster to Earth. This is one of the huge issues, or more exactly a crisis. Now, let me start with the issues of fossil fuels, so that you will clearly understand this is a biggest problem for us. First, fossil fuel will cause a disaster to human civilization and our Earth. This is because fossil fuel literally a non-renewable energy source that one day will run out. Fossil fuel formed when prehistoric plants and animals died and were gradually buried by layers of rock. It takes a million years with high pressure and temperature to form, which impossible to us to make it by our hand or tools. A production of a fossil fuel takes a very long time and we use it in a large amount every day. According to a data from the World Coal Statistic, the world consumes 8.562 billion of coal per year. We use it very quickly compared to the time taken to produce the fossil fuel. Every year, with this large amount of usage can cause all the fossil fuel to run out. We cannot generate electricity anymore. We cannot drive. Production of food is also disrupted and lead many much disaster. So we need to do something. Next, fossil fuel make our earth in danger. When we burn a fuel, we release a huge amount of carbon dioxide to atmosphere. We burn a fossil fuel for our energy source since about 200 years ago that released a billion amount of carbon dioxide. Too much carbon dioxide in our atmosphere can cause a disaster. When a large amount of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere, it will cause a greenhouse effect. As a greenhouse gas emission blank the earth, they trap the sun heat and the heat stuck in our atmosphere. This will lead to the global warming and cause the climate change. Due to the temperature rising, it will affect the earth weather, cause a natural disaster of everywhere such as severe storm, flood, melting glaciers, sea level rise and drought. Now you know how scary this crisis. This is a real and not a hallucination. But we can change it. Let us contribute for green technology by reducing the uses of fossil fuels and replace it to a green energy can avoid from disaster. Green energy is a renewable energy that we can use again and over again, such as solar panel, wind turbine, and ocean wave turbine. A renewable energy will not run out since it can be used repeatedly and lower an environment impact. Firstly, individual or the public can install the solar power plant at every rooftop of their home. Now, people can generate electricity for their home. According to the Fifth Wakefield in his article in marketwatch.com, based on his customer surveys, The average house needs around 16 to 25 solar panels to power its typical energy consumption. The area of rooftop is enough to install all the solar panels and generate electricity for the home. In other side, the family or individual will save money to pay electricity bills. For a country, government can use any source of natural energy such as a wind, wave or geothermal energy to generate electricity. We know that the electricity is not enough to cover the consumption of entire country, but we have the other solution, which is nuclear energy. Nuclear energy can save our Earth. When we talk about clear energy, it must be a zero-emission energy. Nuclear energy was clear because it does not release the carbon dioxide. According to the Office of Nuclear Energy in USA, nuclear energy plants generate power through fission, which is the process to splitting the uranium atom and release a heat to create a steam. The steam is not harmful even though we release at the atmosphere. This process will not release any emission gas. Other than that, the nuclear power plant produce more electricity compared to the coal power plant and gas power plant. If you are still wondering whether to agree or disagree, you should imagine the positive impact that you dream and the negative impact that you will never want it to happen. Reducing a fossil fuel uses and replace to green energy will give a better future. People will not suffer from the disaster due to climate change. The weather will be normal. Everyone will keep their own life with healthy surroundings. Imagine a world where everyone gets enough food and water resources. No one starving, our kids will grow, no animals suffer to extinction. We will make the earth a better place if we take an action. Or the consequence will vary worse if we are just silent and inaction. If we continue to use a huge amount of fossil fuel, we just put our home that we call Earth to the destruction. Future generations will suffer on starvation due to the climate change. No electricity and living in a polluted surrounding. We will keep destroying the world if we do not take action. Our future is our responsibility now. Either we want to see our kids suffering in the damaged earth, or we want to them grow in healthy surroundings. It is our responsibility and choice. As a community and human being, we must ask ourselves whether we are responsibility for our future, or we are selfish to release this crisis to our next generation. We only have one earth. This phrase is for us. We only have one home, no more other earth. Please take care of it together. Switching to a green energy just not save us. We also save an animal and plant. We also keep this earth better for them. Let us take an action today to switch our energy source to green energy. Go green and save green. We make it happen and save all living things on this planet. Our action today will shape the world of tomorrow.